the team fights, you are a reactionary support where you're ulting in on top of someone else that's taking the incentive, like the experience, realizing how important it is for him to create that little bit of a gap over Thompson. He should have the easier time with being able to these last hits off, even going for that kill there and forcing Thompson to use a lot more defensive moves, coming out and gets the first blood. That has to feel good. Come on, the tips have to come through. There we go. That'll do. Able to get the outplayed, get the mojo going, and Bob is not the person you want to get the top.
Oh, not at all. Get this guy online. It's going to be scary here for T1. We've seen what a Shadow Fiend is able to do. Already off to a flying start. And looks like their side lanes gone decently well. Bottom lane, Tino 13-1 in combination with the Tiny. This is another lane where I think we're going to have a lot of action break out. Probably is going to be dependent on what the success in particular for T1. Top lane Palos is in a bit of trouble. That trample damage is really starting to add up. Cuckoo's not going to continue chasing him down. Zephyr with one more right click. He's not going to go for it though. Back to bottom as Tino falling lower and lower under the safety of the tier 1 tower. Whitemon and Ana going to continue the chase, but they have brought Tino down into a low threshold where it's going to make it difficult for him to play the lane now.
Thank you, thank you.
So they have to be a little bit careful. Palos, the half duration healing cell being fed over to him by Vincenzo.
Ana's in down bottom.
Would have just been insane. That's why it was such a big deal that Bob was getting those kills solo without any other assistance.
Palos, he's in a lot of trouble here. Ana's got plenty of movement speed to be able to continue this chase, and the T2 tower won't even be a deterrent. He doesn't get close enough to it. So Ana and Cuckoo get another big kill onto Palos, who's really struggling on the pudge.
Top tower is under attack.
Did get that kill onto the, sorry, it was the deny onto the mid tier 1 tower, but that just frees up Bob to start moving through the jungle. They could see him walking up top here. He went underneath the outpost, so
Dire's structures are
connect through onto this, look to open up the map a little bit more if he can.
Dire's top tower
should be able to get away though.
Attack.
What happens around mid? Whitemon, again, just playing aggressively. They're going to try and get the Sprout in. Actually landed, but Quelling Blade enables Palos to get away. Just more pressure happening around the map, not giving anything up for free as T1.
Do we feel like Execration might lack some early game damage now going to the mechanism and almost hand a god? We're going to see the defense. Tino, look at the jump. Oh no, Tino evaporates. Ana playing with the unleash. Now he's going to turn to try and bring down Palos. It's going to be all up to Bob if they can turn this team fight back around. But the Requiem still on cooldown, so Bob will have no answer as Execration, they lose their tier 1 tower and they lose 2 members.
Unleash coming through from the Marcy. It's way too much to happen.
Going to the Shadow Fiend. One sorts out from Zephyr. Wrath and Nature Burst. It's not enough to get the kill onto Bob, and he's been able to charge up the Requiem. Tino with the Exo as well. This is a lock in mid of the Execration. And they just get Zephyr. I don't know if that's worth it. 2 ultimates. Yes, you keep the Shadow Fiend alive, but bottom lane as well. Ana, he's going to find a solo kill onto Palos, so this is something that a core Marcy needs, and a position 1 Marcy in particular. You need to get kills when you have the Unleash available, and Ana has done that multiple times this game.
Really loving the way that Zephyr's been playing so far. They do get rid of that vision that's enabling him to play this aggressive style, but he's level 8. He is the same.
Where do you jump? Because Ana and Whitemon hand in hand. Go for Zephyr instead. Not the easiest target to bring down, especially with Whitemon on the outskirts as well. This Vessel applied. It's going to stop below the bonus. Health coming back, but off to the left side. They're going to be able to blow up Tino with a turnaround. It's not enough because Ana's protected with the BKB. He just shrugs off the Requiem, jumps further into the middle, secures the triple kill, and Ana's Marcy is something to fear.
Oh, they did such a good job in being able to scout out that movement and dodge a lot, but you lose your tier 2 tower and you lose 3 heroes because you think you could go on plus the extra armor that you're getting if you're able to get off that uproar.
Luke stops it and baits Ana to jump in. He gets the stun. Ana still has ages. This is, I don't know if you're ready for this team fight. Ana gets a little bit of bonus health back. Not going to be enough to hold off through the first lap. And now Tino, he's got his second point in the exorcism, so he's going to charge in the middle, trying to create some chaos, break the formation out of T1, but they're retreating perfectly. In synergies, T1 making sure there's no stragglers for the easy pickings. And now with the backstabber, Zephyr onslaughts into the middle with the polarize out as well. Tino's gone out of the count, and now T1, they're on pursuit for more. Cuckoo's already teleporting to the backline, but Shanks is up to the high ground, so instead they'll go back to the... So greedy. He wanted that ancient creep. Oh, getting closer to his BKB. Unfortunately, he will be killed off. There you go for Execration. Just kind of, you were just mentioning like maybe some inexperience. Or inexperience. I was just going to say lack of experience, same thing, but it's very difficult to give up that T2 tower. But when you're in this position where you just need these BKBs, when you need these items, that's your hope in these team fights. And if you don't wait long enough, then you kind of you take 2 bullets, you lose the fight, then you still lose your tower, and now you're down even more gold. So now T1 have Bob trying to charge up the Requiem. They need to toss him directly on top of the Shadow Fiend. They're going to be able to do so with the BKB. Timing from Zephyr and our Execration, they gotta get out. Cancel the team fight, but the bashes are there. Bob will not escape. And Norval Shanks and Thompson wants more blood. Away from deep inside the base. They've got Ana to follow up as well as T1. Looking them go forward, pillaging the base. No one is safe from the boys of T1.
They're ready and they want to converge potentially on mid. I mean, they've got the siege creep, but they can see everything, and they feel like Ana's just able to get the solo pickups.
Oh, he's going to run into power loss. Shanks is nearby. Tino, he's not going to be able to cancel his TP. Down goes to position 1. Pudge, god-like streak for Ana. The bottom lane, Bob, they're going to force out a BKB out of the Shadow Fiend as well. One charge from Zephyr sends Bob packing inside the base.
Know how quickly the connection can come, right? You got the teleport as Cuckoo comes to mid. Thompson, of course, with his waveform, very fast at being able to move around the map. The Frost Shield's going to delay things a little bit, but you're still just not ready.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's going to have to be a toss back into a Requiem, and there's the silence.
Fast range, man.
Not able to find it. Zephyr with the charge and gets the pulverize onto Tino. They're going to be able to stop it in its tracks. There's just no damage. You drop the pipe, you got the hand of God, and instantly T1 can turn it around. They're deep inside the base without a care in the world. Even the glyph is not going to be enough of a deterrent. Tino will try and charge onto Cuckoo, but the physical damage is starting to rack up. Even the BKB will not do anything to protect the Death Prophet. At T1, the mid lane was rocky to start, but it did not matter. What a fine way for them to open up their run here in game 1.
On the hook there. This should be game. Like, they are absolutely swarming that ancient. No buybacks available on the DP or the SF. This one out if they were wanting to, but a little bit composed. Never mind, it was a bait.
It was a bait. Give me more kills. Let me add to the tally. The G's are dropped. T1 on their debut. Playing game 1.
Has fallen.
See what they're able to do if they can replicate this performance, but for them, it's again.
Well, we saw how that worked last time, so I'm not sure if you want to be dropping it so quickly. Bob, he's going to go all the way back to base, pick up the boots of speed and the wind lace.
Oh, bottom lane, Palos.
Connect on through.
Vincenzo's doing a really good job to put some pressure onto Cuckoo to try and zone him away from the Death Prophet, but Cuckoo plays the distance, makes sure the poison attack continues to stack up, and now Zephyr's also hunting Vincenzo on the tree line, so T1...
Last. Be able to scout out Shanks here with the Wild Wind Ripper. Go gets the vision, gets the pushback, gets the body block. Great team play coming through there. Is it going to be enough though?
More likely, yeah, they'll find it. Meanwhile, top lane, Ana gets a solo kill onto Tino's Lycan, so he once again is off to an incredible start.
I don't want to call it selfish, but this is what I was talking about.
Shadowfiend's in some trouble as well. Mid lane Thompson gets the kill, gets the region. He's sitting pretty in the resources, and our T1 tower's going to be in trouble.
Under attack.
Going to take a lot of harassment getting the kill off there onto the courier. White one, he's just being a menace, standing in the way. Trying to harass
Radiant's
him down a
middle
little bit. The
tower is
tornado,
under
I don't
attack.
think is going to be able to slow him down enough, but Zephyr definitely will. Tosses it back, gets some additional damage through. Shenzo, the tanky tree protector, will end up going down. All the while, mid tower, it's being harassed too.
They can kill Bob again. He is in trouble. Jenks has got great
Waiting on
position, but they know that he TP'd
Radiant's
back
middle
in.
tower
They can go
has
now.
fallen.
Tower's dead. There's nothing to really prevent T1.
Not to immediately reveal himself, but they should see his courier coming through, so Bob wisely enough backs off. Timings yet, but we've got strong heroes that are able to play early. Tops and Dota, he's nearly finished up his Octarine core, and it's just 16 minutes in.
Yeah. Top lane, at least for Execration, they're able to get a kill. Tino does require the shapeshift out of him, but this is going to give him a free wave or two and the bonus gold from the kill to work towards the Helm of the Overlord.
Keep these lanes pushed out. Top lane's pushing in pretty heavily with the Helmet dominated
Shakes.
creep with Siege.
Oh, okay. Look on.
He tumblers toy away.
Yeah, just before the blast was able to
Dire's
connect.
top
This tower's still
is
going to
under
take a
attack.
little bit of damage. They've got the Creep Wave and the Wild Wing
Radiant's bottom
Ripper.
tower is under attack.
Thompson's not going to get another blast out, however.
Force Anna's TP back. I wonder if they go for an aggressive play, but if anything, that just means that you're okay with not losing anything else. It means that you actually feel confident in defending bottom if T1 did go for a dive there, but it's still so important for them to hit their own timings on Execration. They don't have a BKB on Palos, they don't have Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, they don't have Blink Dagger on Tree and Protector. Those are the big three that you're going for. I suppose BKB on Bob as well. So, little moment's going to be super valuable. 44 seconds on Anna's TP, so wanted to connect through to this. He wouldn't be able to.
Is under attack.
Just give this one up. Maybe their native language is Australian, but not English.
Dire's top
All
tower
right, so
is
from
under
Execration,
attack.
they need an answer to this T2 tower siege, and the backstab, that could be it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Great Michael for the Wolves, going to scout out a lot of the positioning. Look at Vincenzo! Steps to the backline, gets the overgrowth. The control is out, setting up for the Requiem. They've only killed off the Enchantress for the moment, but they'll catch up to multiple heroes as Thompson goes down along with Zephyr. And not only do they win the skirmish, now they can move into the pit.
That wasn't even necessarily a bad fight for T1, the one that I was talking about that could potentially turn this game, but still just some great positioning coming through from Vincenzo. Sometimes it takes that moment of individual brilliance to be able to pull your way back into this. And
Fallen to the range.
it's signs of hope, even just on this top side, right? You've got a range creep there, so no backdoor protection. Zephyr's doing his best.
Is going to try and target down Thompson, but there's no fall. Finally, Bishop waits the damage. Thompson's fine, and Arna shows up. A wave for him in with no hesitation. As Execration, they've got to get out. They messed up the side of the fight. They committed too heavily and didn't find any kills.
Very heavy commitment, but without your Death Prophet. Death Prophet is the sustained damage that you've got in a lot of these fights, and it's what creates space for someone like the Earthshaker to come in with that big Echo Slam for you to get the big blink over. Going to be any kind of Aegis Deny coming through here. Full team coming through though, Thompson. Especially if he gets hit first.
Charge up the Requiem from afar. Thompson, they just clip on the feet. They're going to try and blow up the pocket, but the damage is not there at the moment. Thompson's protected. The decrypt out to the north side, and our boss is getting chased out, but a turn into the crit. They'll kill off the Marcy, but they're going to go buying some time, but no shakes. He misses on the Echo Slam. They needed that ultimate, and on T1, they can charge on forward, targeting down Tino with a Lycan. Will secure the easy kill. Turning to Palos next is going to be Arna. Fisher's still on cooldown for the Morphling Replicate, so they will not be able to catch up.
Power of the Netherlord, my man. That dealt damage to Shanks when he used the Enchant Totem there just to try and set up for that little bit of extra stun to go in for the Echo Slam, and meant that he didn't actually have the blink of
Put it off before T1 was able to get there. And now they've had this
Centaur
time to
Corsa.
smoke up.
They want to pick off Palace. He is the one that needs to be going down. Well worth popping
Shanks instead.
BKBs for. Damage!
Arna just ripping apart the life of the Death Prophet. He doesn't have the armor to stand his ground as Arna's doing too much damage. He'll turn towards the Tree Protector, getting rid of another component onto Execration's lineup. It's going to be a miracle for them to turn over this team fight as Bob's charging into the middle. It's going to PKB TP up, but honest damage.
Yes.
He got it right there on point, waiting for the bash. Even had the extra cast range, or attack range rather, from the Penta-Edge sword. And Roshan being picked up T1. It's got the Aghanim Scepter on it as well. So
Roshan has fallen to
what are
the
we looking at
damage.
here? Are we looking to give that over to Ana and have a quick look over at Mr. Earthshaker and say, hey, come on, buddy.
Alright, you got Aegis on Ana, Scepter on the Morphling, like you said, and Cheese on Thompson as well. So another defensive toolkit. They are eyeing up.
Moment where they feel like they can push on forward. I mean, for everything that's happening, they haven't actually lost much. Execration side. 40 seconds left on that Aegis.
They commit the Echo for it. Maybe it's going to be the Requiem 4 with the respawn. It's been perfect with the timing. It
Got the
looks like
bash.
he is, but the damage, it's not coming fast enough. Ana pops the BKB and just turns it around. They never stood a chance into the Morphling. But maybe off the back of the buyback, T1 need to respect this. As Vincenzo, though, doesn't have the overgrowth to work with. It's going to be off the back of Palos, just running into the middle. They're going to be cautious, though. Inside the base, waveform in. Shakes with the pushback, but the damage isn't there. Ana's going to be okay. Steps outside the base. They are getting ratted, though. T1 need to address this. Tino's going for tier 4s.
Where are you going?
They hold him back. That's the question. Want to try and
Call the Fury
catch
to the
them on
vision once
retreat.
again. Beautiful force.
Just solo. Zeph is able to hold them back. Lost them a buyback, but very happy of especially with no buyback available. Get the break onto the Enchantress though. They might be able to take her out really quickly. Alright, that's a free kill.
Can't stick around for too long though. But the jump in, he's gonna pop PK bash slip, and now with the bashes, Bob's in trouble. He pulled back prior, you need to use everything to keep the Shadowfiend alive, and they've got nothing in the tank. Bob goes down, dead for 2 minutes. This is the window now for T1 to close out this series.
Jank's trying to do his best to keep the bottom side pushed in. Layer out a Fissure with extra usage of the Enchant Totem just to try and push this one away. Just the Havoc Hammer as well to try and clear that one out. I respect it. Without the delay game coming through, but can you delay for 100 seconds? I don't think you can.
Shapeshift might look for the echo as well from Shanks. They're going to jump in, but the control's not there. Thompson steps out to the left, but still Tina with the damage. He might go for Cuckoo as well. Nullifies there. Cuckoo's going to pop a BKB. Not really holding for the moment. So Tino's just going to look to TP out instead, recognizing he can't continue the chase. And on the other side of the map, Palos popped an Exorcism as well. And Ana's in pursuit. Waveform's still on cooldown. And it looks like they're okay. Execration. They're doing an incredible job to stall.
Healing power.
Nearly online to try and be a little bit more of that core as well. I feel like you get to the stage where you don't want to hold buyback on the Earthshaker. You've already used it on 2 cores. This next fight might very well be the last as Shanks can't be giving up your life for free though. Quite there, but that's the Aghanim Scepter on Shanks if he wants to buy it.
Can't lose anyone. Vincenzo, oh, he's got a buyback at least. It's an early glyph forced out as well. 30 seconds until the Shadowfiend's back alive. T1 push incredibly fast though.
Nature attack.
Falling from Shanks.
Oh, they're going for the tier 4s. Tino's in.
Palos, you fought back as well.
Palos is in trouble. Ana trying to lock onto his target. One tier 4 down, soon to the next. Fire. And they're going to be able to siege much faster. The raid in the Shadowfiend won't even have a possibility of respawning. Because look at the damage coming out from T1. It's going to be a miracle if they can hold it on Execration. And even though Shanks finds a double Echo Slam, it is not enough.